close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Line into left field for a base hit.
Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run, the throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to Progressive Ag Options Field here in Kindred. Softball fans, James Martin's back here with you on yourliveevent.com as we got two of the top 10 ranked teams in the most recent coaches poll. As tied for fourth, Kindred-Richland hosts number 6, Thompson. Again on yourliveevent.com. Good to be with you here. The rain has subsided, at least for now. The clouds still look a little bit overcast, as you can see. Don't think there's really any clear sky to be seen, but looks like we'll have enough dryness to play some softball. This game initially scheduled to be played in Thompson, moved to Kindred-Richland this morning. So we should have a good enough weather to hold off for this particular contest. Rain chances once again tomorrow. Wednesday looks to be pretty beautiful. And then Thursday, some more rain chances for you. Got games on the schedule every single day this week. And check out our updated schedule on yourliveevent.com. Biggest update, Thompson Adabor West baseball moved from Friday to Wednesday. So that's, I think, the biggest move there. The rest, certain times or location changes. And right now, all games still on the schedule, weather pending. Good to be with you here once again on our Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve. They cover it all: home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. IrieINS.com for a free quote today. Coming up here on our pregame show, we'll talk with both head coaches. Nice chat with Matt Chandler, quick chat with Sam Brandt, and we'll also get ready here for the starting lineups. And before you know it, we'll have the opening pitch here scheduled for 4 o'clock. It's all coming up on the Irie Insurance pregame show here on yourliveevent.com.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
I think it's fair to say you pay more now than ever before to operate your vehicles. We've got some relief. I'm Chris Moen with Nodak Insurance. Our auto customers are driving safer with fewer accidents, and for many that translates into lower premiums. If you're not seeing lower rates with your insurance company, call me to compare. You might save some money, and you will get better service. Call me today at 757-1613, or stop by one of my locations at 1913 South Washington in Grand Forks or 207 Main Street in Dakota.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
On the pregame show ahead of tonight's contest between Kindred-Richland and Thompson, girls softball action. Looks like we are going to get a game in. Good to see that. Joined by the head coach of the Thompson Tommies and Matt Chandler. And Matt, some ups and downs. The positive, 4-0 against teams in Class B. Maybe the not as positive, 0-4 against teams outside of Class B. Your thoughts on the first 8 games of the year?
You know, we've had some games where we've been tested and hopefully it'll get us ready for a tournament run at the end of May here. Young squad, we've made some mistakes, but I'm proud that we've been resilient and been able to bounce back. And again, like I said, it's all to prepare us for the tournament time.
Talk about the senior leadership there, of course, in Schwab and Schwabi and some of the other ladies that have had that experience of going to these state tournaments. How has that settled in the first 8 games?
We got 4 great seniors that are leaders and guiding these young kids along, and they're there to pick each other up and give them guidance when they make mistakes. And that's one thing we've been battling is one mistake turns into 2, and just those constant reminders that it's going to be okay, move on, and they've been really instrumental in helping us get over it.
You got a Kindred-Richland squad, of course, there at the top of their Region 1 standings. Your thoughts on Sam Brandt's crew this year? Always tough.
Well coached, fundamentally sound. They pitch it well, they pick it well, they hit it well. So we're going to have it strapped on, and whoever has the least amount of mistakes today is going to be successful.
First time through the order for your ladies offensively, what do you want to see from them?
Just competitive at bats. With our youth, sometimes we get frustrated that we get out, and they have a good at bat, and they're frustrated that they got out. And if you have a competitive at bat and give yourself a chance, good things are eventually going to happen in this game.
When you mention mistakes, typically they're on the defensive side of the ball in fielding. What from the defensive side are you looking to correct as we get towards the later stages of the regular season?
It's not so much the bulk of the errors, it's inopportune times. Base runner is on, and we have 2 outs, and a ball squirts through the infield. Or maybe just not hitting a cutoff and allowing base runners to move an extra base, and then later in that inning allowing them to score. Just the little things that we need to clean up, and we're getting there.
Head coach Matt Chandler from Thompson Girls Softball joining us here on the pregame ahead of the contest with the Vikings. Coach, best of luck. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Not everyone can get Secret Service level protection, but with Irie Insurance you can. You see, we've got your back, protecting homes, vehicles, businesses, crops, and so much more. Ensuring you've got the protection you need and all your questions answered faster than you can say classified information. Get protected. Get Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com for a free quote and consultation.
Head on over to the website, rjbroadcasting.com, and download the digital copy of the 2024 Spring Sports Guide. It's free and available for you to download on the website, rjbroadcasting.com. You'll be able to download the free copy, digital, the Spring Sports Guide with bios, coaches' comments, also schedules and information for the spring sports seasons in our region. Check out the complete project. It's downloadable now for your device. It's at rjbroadcasting.com, the Spring Sports Guide.
On our pregame head of the contest between Thompson and Kindred-Richland, talking with the head coach of the Vikings and Sam Brandt. And Sam, 6-3 overall, 5-1 in the region. Good start for your ladies. What do you like most?
They're working hard. Hey, I've got a good crew of very experienced kids. They're having a lot of fun. And the best part about all of it is they're getting better each game.
You face a really tough opponent in Thompson today. They're near the top of the region as well. What do you like out of Matt Chandler's squad?
It's a non-region game and it's competitive. So those are all good things to make sure that we gives us a good opportunity of what we're going to see in the state tournament, gives us an opportunity to play a really competitive team, and know that it's not heavy pressure, that it's a counter game in a conference. So Chandler always has a great competitive athletic team. It's going to be a fun game.
First time through the rotation for your ladies on offense. What do you want to see?
I want to see just ability to make sure that they are handling adversity, making sure they're adjusting their at-bats, communicating well, all the things that really good teams do.
Head coach Sam Brandt joining us on the pregame. Sam, best luck today. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
That concludes our pregame conversations. Again, Matt Chandler of Thompson and Sam Brandt of Kindred-Richland, taking a look at both of these teams and how they got to where they are in the standings. As we look at the Region 1 standings here first. Region 1, Kindred-Richland, a half-game lead over Central Cass. So Central Cass has the head-to-head. Kindred-Richland 6-3 overall. Their only losses, of course, to Central Cass, 2-1. to Lex Burlington, Lewis and Clark, 16-5, and Beulah, defending state champions, 4-2. Wins this season over Velva Drake Adamus, 7-2. Hankinson, FCT Rosso Lidgerwood, 10-6. Northern Cass, 9-2. Hankinson again, 10-0. And 2 straight wins over Enderlin, 35-0 and 16-4 in a doubleheader. As for the Thompson Tommies, we talked about it with Matt Chandler at the beginning of our conversation. 4-0 against Class B opponents, outscoring those opponents 108-14. With wins over Carrington, Larimore, Northern Lights, and Midway Minto, all regional contests, 4-0 in the region. They are tied atop the standings with Mayport CG, also 4-0 in the region. 0-4 against teams outside of Class B. A couple of losses to Class A Jamestown, 6-0 and 19-15, and another loss to Grand Forks Red River, 8-2. A loss as well to Minnesota's BGMR, Badger Greenbush Middle River, 9-4. And so, of course, the non-region game does not impact the region standings. Both these teams looking to get a victory. As both these teams, as far as the rankings are concerned, the coaches poll, Kindred-Richland tied for 4th, and Thompson right out of the top 5 and 6. Beulah number 1, 9 of the 13 first-place votes. Mayport CG number 2, 3 first-place votes. Then comes Renville County. DLBLC is tied with Kindred-Richland for 4th. Thompson 6, as mentioned. Central Cass 7th. Bodno and Velva Drake Adamus tied for 8th in the coaches poll, and Hillsborough Central Valley Northern Cass tied for 10th. In that coach's poll. We're going to step away here a little bit. When we come back, we'll give you your starting lineups here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve. They cover it all. IrieINS.com for a free quote today.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
You're feeling that spring sensation, and that means it's time to put a spring in your step over to Mayport Hardware. They've got it all, the seeds, soil, pots, and garden tools you need to make your green thumb glow. If you're spring cleaning, pick up some paint or rakes to spruce up your home and yard. They also have appliances to put that tax refund to good use, and the bikes and lawnmowers, they're just ready to roll out the door. Keep that spring sensation at Mayport Hardware, Trail County's Hardware Hank on Main Street in Mayville.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show, let's take a look at our starting lineups here for this contest between Thompson and Kindred-Richland. We'll start with the road team. They were the home team this morning. Road team this afternoon. The Thompson Tommies. Head coach Matt Chandler, assisted by Maggie Fermo. Let's give you the starting lineup. We'll go with this starting lineup here. It's... And we'll present these starting lineups presented by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower-owned. CrystalSugar.com. And again, with the starters, again for the Thompson Tommies, they will lead off with the center fielder, number 3, a sophomore, Maya Workin. Batting second, a senior at second base, number 2, Drew Schwab. Batting third, The shortstop, number 13, a sophomore, Kaya Hurst. Batting fourth, the pitcher, senior, number 1, Cindy Schwabe. Batting fifth, a third base, Marley Kurtz, number 10. And Marley's senior. Batting sixth, the catcher, a sophomore, number 12, Fiona Hendrickson. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 5, a freshman, Cindy Eliason. Batting eighth at first base, number 9, a sophomore, Abby Olson. And batting ninth, the right fielder, a freshman, number 4, Andy Schwab. In the flex spot today, out in left field, a sophomore, number 11, Claire Colling. Again, that's the starting lineup there for the Thompson Tommies. And the starting lineup here for the Hillsborough, or for the the Kindred-Richland Vikings. We'll bring you their starting lineup here in 30 seconds.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We continue our starting lineups here on YourLiveEvent.com. Let's go to Kindred-Richland's starting lineup, coached by Sam Brandt. Here's their starters. They'll go with the center fielder, a senior, number 18, Jansen Jordheim. Batting second, the shortstop, number 1, junior Leah Rowland. Batting third, the left fielder, number 0, junior Eliana Schmitz. The catcher, batting fourth, number 16, a senior Mackenzie Fuchsa. Batting fifth at first base, number 10, Danica Raff, senior as well. Batting sixth, the second base, number 11, senior Brea Mauk. Batting seventh, it's the pitcher, number 17, Cora Johnson, Jr. Batting eighth, number 20 at third base, senior Avery Ammerman. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 12, a freshman Jana Cesarek. And that's your starting lineups. That's your starting lineups here for Kindred-Richland and for Thompson. Again, the Clouds look like they're going to hang around here for the foreseeable future here of this contest. Kindred-Richland again warming up in the circle. Cora Johnson, the junior, getting the start in the circle. And two up there for the Tommies, Warkin, Schwab, and Hurst. First three up for Thompson. We'll have the opening pitch from Kindred next.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner West is there for the dig. Backs at Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
underway here in this one. Second pitch, a grounder to first base. Unassisted ground out for Maya Workin. As again, there goes one out on the board. And that brings in here now Drew Schwab, the senior. Pitch a little outside. Count goes to 1-0. One down here in the top of the first. Count goes down to 2-0 to Schwab. 2-0 pitch. Goes inside now, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. One down here in the top of the first. There's a strike. Count goes down to 3-1. Ston Deck and Schwabe in the hole here for the Tommies. Two of the top 6 teams on the coaches poll going at it here with the wind picking up, and that's a walk drawn. So Schwab will go over there to first base. Just look to try and grab a steal there. First pitch, grounder, pitcher, toss to first in time. Toss the second won't be in time. So the 1-3 out for the second out of the inning. Schwab on the walk, gets over to second. Comes Cindy Schwabe, pitcher, senior, right-handed batter, number 1. Runner on second, scoring position, and 2 outs on the board here early on for Cora Johnson, the junior starter in the circle for Kindred-Richland. First pitch, a little high and outside. Count goes to 1-0. Kurtz on deck and Hendrickson in the hole here for Thompson. 4-4 overall. They're 4-0 in region play. 4-0 against Class B teams this season. 1-0 pitch. There's a strike there. Goes to 1-1. On this blustery day in Kindred, it's fouled to the backstop. Count goes now 1-2. Johnson. In the windup, there's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Schwabe goes down, and that retires the Tommies. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs, and 1 left on base. Just 1 walk allowed there. Cora Johnson starting in the circle for Kindred-Richland. Due up here for the Vikings to start out the bottom of the first. Looking at Jordan, Roland, and Schmitz. Again, our previous starting lineups were presented by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower owned. CrystalSugar.com. Jordan, Roland, Schmitz, Fuchs, Rath, Mauk, Johnson, Ammerman, and Tazarek. Your rotation there, your lineup for Kindred-Richland. In the circle goes Cindy Schwabe. Schwabe household having a pretty good week. His brother Caden broke the NDSU stolen base record less than a week ago. 53 stolen bases. It's a career mark, I believe. Career record. Cindy Schwabe will try to do her part in the pitcher circle there for the Tommies. And up to bat here first, Jordan. Sees a strike go. Count goes to 0-1 to the senior center fielder. Swing and a miss there that time. Count goes to 0-2. Schwabe off to a quick start. 0-2 pitch. Fouled. Just over the Kindred-Richland dugout. 3-time state champions, Kindred-Richland. 0-2 pitch. Outside there, 1-2. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Jordan goes down there in 5. First strikeout of the game there for Cindy Schwabe. Brings in here now Roland, the junior shortstop. Number 1. Lee Rollins first. Fouled. Count goes 0-1. Schmitz on deck. Fuchs on the hole here for Kindred-Richland. Schwabe, 0-1 pitch. Fouled again. Count goes 0-2 for Roland. Schwabe, 0-2 pitch. Roland smashes that one. Right in front of the right fielder, and she will get to second on a stand-up double. One out on the board, our first hit surrender today. Leah Roland smashes it out to right field. Brings in here Eliana Schmitz. Schmitz, the junior, left fielder, number 0, right-handed batter. Gets hold of first pitch. One hop to center field, and the runners will just advance. One base. Runners at the corners here after the single from Schmitz. Roland goes to third. And that'll bring up a cleanup hitter there, the senior catcher, number 16. And Mackenzie Fuchsa. Schwabe, after a good start, trying to settle in there as that's a ball. Runner goes, or a strike, excuse me. Runner goes for the steal and is going to get there with ease. So Schmitz over to second. Runners now at second and third, with one out on the board. Swing and a miss there. Count goes 0-2. Rath on deck and Mauk in the hole here. Oh, 2 pitch. High. Held there by the sophomore. And Hendrickson. Count goes now 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. She goes down on strikes. Second strikeout of the game for Cindy Schwabe. Runners remain at their bases at second and third. Brings in here now Danica Rath, senior, fouled to the backstop. As the first base player goes 0-1 at the count. Schwabe, the 0-1 pitch, popped up. Schwab underneath of it at second. She's got it. Pop fly to second to close out the first inning with no runs scored. There were a couple of hits, though, for the Vikings. No errors, no earned runs, and 2 left on base. Through 1 inning of play, we are scoreless here on YourLiveEvent.com. Top of the second is coming up next. Due up for the Tommies, it's Kurtz, Hendrickson, and Eliason on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Headed to the top of the second here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martin's back here with you. As, again, due up for the Tommies, it's Hendrickson, Eliason, and Olsen. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters there for the Tommies. Cora Johnson and Cindy Schwabe both off to a nice start. 3 strikeouts combined. 2 hits and 1 walk allowed. Combined, no runs so far in what could be a state tournament preview here. Again, as it stands right now, just 4 regions in girls softball across the state of North Dakota, meaning you don't even have to win the region to get in. Just got to finish inside the top 2. So very likely that both of these teams will make it to the state tournament. Of course, a lot of teams looking to be in the mix. Region 1 tournament is going to be fascinating to watch. Kindred-Richland, Central Cass, Hillsborough Central Valley all ranked in the coaches poll. That's a grounder. Flips it on over for the 1-3 out to get Kurtz out. Second 1-3 ground out of the game already in the first 4 outs collected. The other a strikeout and an unassisted ground out to first. So nothing for Thompson yet has reached the outfield. Fiona Hendrickson, the catcher, sophomore catcher, hoping to change that with 1 down. First pitch. Strike 1. And for the junior starter, Cora Johnson. Has thrown just 4 balls in her first now 6 batters faced. 0-1 pitch. There's number 5 there. 1-1 is the count. Outside of Drew Schwab, she's only thrown 2 balls, and she's thrown 5 taking strikes. 1-1, fouled. Look out. Oh! We got to keep the tally going. How many cars will be hit versus how many runs will be scored. Play a lot at home for free. 1-2 count there for Hendrickson. Here's the pitch. Backs away from that little high. She gets right, 2-2 now. Bases are cleared, 1 out on the board here in the top of the second at Progressive Ag Options Field in Kindred, home of the 3-time state champion Kindred-Richland Vikings. 2-2 grounder. Another unassisted grounder to first base, and I have to say, selfishly, it's my favorite play in baseball. The ball just comes right to you. Don't have to try harder than that. 2 down here. Nobody on and no score here on that Nodak Insurance Company agent Chris Moen of Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. First pitch, that's outside. Count goes 1-0 to Eliason. Cindy Eliason, the freshman designated player. Right-handed batter number 5. That one goes a little outside. Count, or actually does catch the zone, 1-1. Abby Olson on deck here for the Tommies. Swing and a miss there for Eliason. Count goes to 1-2. Cora Johnson in the windup, 1-2 pitch. Grounder to the pitcher. Again, a 1-3 out. The third one of the day already. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs, nobody left on base. And it took just 11 pitches to move on to the bottom of the second. YourLiveEvent.com. Told you it was going to be a good one here between these two top 10 teams in the coaches' poll. Cindy Schwabe will go back up to the circle to face Mauk, Johnson, and Ammerman, 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order when we come back to the bottom of the second on YourLiveEvent.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Bottom of the second here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martin's handing out with you here from Kindred as the home Vikings and the road Tommies right now scoreless. Cindy Schwabe, first pitch. Low there to Brea Mauk. Senior, second base. Number 11, right-handed batter. Schwabe's first inning, couple of strikeouts, couple of hits allowed. As that's popped up, Schwabe goes after it. It goes foul. Count now goes to 1-1 as Malk will go back to the batter's box. Infield comes in just a little bit. Schwabe, 1-1 pitch, popped up as Schwab underneath of it gets her second put out of the game. One down here. Brings in now Cora Johnson, the junior pitcher. Bases cleared and one out on the board. Scoreless so far. Pitch, grounder, third, toss to first, is in time for the 5-3 out. Two down here now. And that'll bring up here Avery Ammerman, the senior. Third base, number 20, right-handed batter. Already 2 outs on the board. Swing and a miss at that one. Count goes 0-1. Pitchers duel so far between Schwabe of Thompson and Johnson of Kindred-Richland. Pitch is outside. Count goes 1-1. Clouds starting to at least get lighter gray out here as temperatures won't get to 50 today. Feels like winter spring out here right now. 2-1 is the count as we're on the penultimate day of April. 2-1 pitch, that's low, 3-1 now. Schwabe. 3-1 pitch. Went kind of for a check swing, doesn't matter. A strike either way. Double full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nowhere to hide for Ammerman for the Vikings, and Schwabe delivering that pitch for the Tommies. It's a walk. So runner on. Third runner aboard today for the Vikings. As Tazarek, the freshman right fielder, number 12, comes up to the dish. First pitch, Jana Tazarek gets a hold of that one. Out to center field. Warkins underneath that one for the out. Fly out to center to close out the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned, and 1 left on base. Through 2 innings of play, score remains scoreless. See who breaks first on YourLiveEvent.com as we go to the top of the third.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Back here for the top of the third on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martin's back here with you as we got a good softball matchup to start off our week. Again, some schedule changes all the way around, and I'm sure we'll have some more before the end of the week with the rain in the forecast. But as for right now, I'll be back in Hillsboro tomorrow night as the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros host Hankinson in a doubleheader. That's her next game on the schedule after this one is Abby Olson. Didn't go. Did not go on the check swing there. Olson, the sophomore, first base, number 9, right-handed batter. That pitch is outside as well. Count goes to 2-0. Cora Johnson starting in the circle there for the Vikings. Off to a nice start. 1-1. They changed the count. That's fouled out of play. Count will go down to 1-2. Olson at the plate. Andy Schwab on deck in the top of the order, and Maya Workin in the hole. 1-2 pitch. Olson Grounder to second, toss to first, well in time for the 4-3 out. Brings in Andy Schwab, the right fielder. Freshman, number 9. As again, Matt Chandler saying before the game on our pregame conversation is offensively, first time through, he just wants to see competitive at-bats. And so far, the ladies are getting contact. That's swing and a miss for Schwab. Count goes 0-1. Just one strikeout, one walk, but they can't get it out of the infield so far. Swing and a miss there for Schwab. Count goes 0-2. And the windup, there's the pitch. That's outside, 1-2. By the way, further down the schedule, Thompson baseball will have a game against Ada Borup West. The Tommies and the Cougars should be a great matchup. 3 o'clock. That one in Thompson. The one for YourLiveEvent.com as Schwab fouls that one back. Rest of the week, Larimore baseball at Hillsborough Central Valley, Kindred-Richland softball at Hillsborough Central Valley, and a Thompson baseball triangular on Saturday. So games all day except for Fridays. That's a drop third strike. Schwab goes. Does not get there in time. So count that as the second strikeout of the game for Cora Johnson and the second out of the inning as well. Update here are Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moen of Grand Forks and Dakota Scoreboard, agents with answers for every generation. Scan that QR code. It is small, but I'm sure you can still get it on your screen right above the scoreboard. Nobody on and 2 down here in the top of the third. We are breezing through this game. First pitch is a strike. Count goes 0-1 to Workin. She's 0 for 1 on the game. Unassisted grounder to start out the game for the Tommies. 0-1 pitch. Right 2. Cora Johnson delivering some nice pitches here at the start. 0-2 pitch. That one a little low that time. Count goes 1-2. We'll strike first here in this one. Non-region contest, but still want to get the win. As Workin smashes that one. First time a ball has gone fair into the outfield, and the first hit of the game for Thompson. Workin with the single. As Drew Schwab comes back up to the plate. Drew a walk in the first, the only base runner in the first 2 innings for Thompson. Getting a runner on first, 2 down here for Cora Johnson and the Kindred-Richland Viking defense. It's high and outside. Nice hold there by the catcher, Fuchsa. Count goes 1-0 on the ball to Schwab with Hurst on deck. Schwabi in the hole. 1-0 pitch. Grounder off a dribbler as it's interference. Fielder's interference against Workin. And so that'll be out number 3. So no runs off of 1 hit. There were no errors, no earned runs. I should say 1 error, 1 running error anyway, and 1 left on base. Still nothing scored here through the top of the third. Bottom of the third on the way, due up for Kindred-Richland. Will be their top of the order. Jordheim, Rowland, and Schmitz coming up here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
First pitch as we start the bottom of the third is a ball. It's Jana Jordheim, senior center fielder, number 18. 1-0 pitch. She sends that out towards center field. It finds the gap. Goes to the wall. And she will go towards third. Look out. Oh, a little too aggressive on the base running that time. Will give her the double, but thrown out at third. One down here now. As Leah Rowland comes up here now. Rowland, the junior center fielder, number 1. Grounder. 2 hops to third, toss to first. Oh, not quite there. Throwing error gets her to first and helps her advance to second as well. So second error of the game there for Thompson. Brings the third Viking into scoring position today. And to at least stay on the base in scoring position. First pitch here, it's high, got away from Hendrickson at the catcher spot. Another wild pitch, Rowland. Gets over to third. Pitch, grounder that's foul. Runner on third, 1 down, and a 1-1 count there to Eliana Schmitz. Schmitz on the day, 1 for 1 with a single and a stolen base back in the first. 1-1 pitch, bunt is shown, popped up to Schwabe, holds the runner. Tag is not in time. So Schwabe did her job initially. The throw wasn't quite in time. So a 1-3 out for Schmitz. And a run is scored there for Rowland. I believe you give Schmitz an RBI in that one as well. That's the first run of the game scored for Kindred-Richland. Now 1-0 Vikings here on the Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks, North Dakota scoreboard. First pitch to the catcher, Fuchs as a ball. Count goes 1-0. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. Pitch, a little high. Count goes 2-0. Two-0 pitch. High as well, now 3-0. Schwabe, 3-0 pitch, bunt shown. It's a high ball 4. Walk drawn there for Fuchsa. That'll bring in here Danica Rath. Rath, the senior, first base. She's been very active on defense today. Right-handed hitter for the Vikings. I believe we're going to get a courtesy runner as well for Kindred. That will be here. Josie Mattis. And for Fuchsa. Mattis will come in to run the bases. A 1-0 lead here for Kindred-Richland. In the bottom of the third. First pitch. Low, ball 1. 5 straight thrown now by Cindy Schwabe. Trying to get herself back into a rhythm. 1-0 pitch. 3 hops to short. Toss to first is not in time. Single there for Rath. He couldn't have done much better than that. For Kaya Hurst out at short. Mattis goes over to third. Still 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of 3. As Kindred-Richland looks to break it open a little bit more. Brea Mauk. Mauk, the senior, second base. Number 11, right-handed batter. Bunt is shown, taken away. Runner goes for the steal and gets there. Rath in scoring position here now. Off the second stolen base of the game for the Vikings. Oh, 1 pitch. Ball, count goes 1-1. To Mauk. Johnson on deck, Ammerman in the hole here for the Vikings. We're going to get more than 1 on the board. 1-1, grounder to third, fumbled on it a little bit, tossed to first. What a whip there that time. From Marley Kurtz over to Abby Olson on a 5-3 out to end the threat. One run off of two hits, excuse me. There was one error, one unearned run, and there were two left on base. Most active inning by far here. Both these teams starting to get the offense going a little bit. Thompson looking to match here as we go to the top of the fourth on YourLiveEvent.com. Due up, looks like it will be Hurst and Schwabe and Kurtz. 3, 4, and 5 due up here for the Tommies on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll keep it here. Don't forget, we are your home for the Region 1, Region 2 baseball and softball tournaments, as well the Region 3 baseball tournament. That's brand new. Plus the Northeast Regional Track and Field meet on YourLiveEvent.com. So for you Thompson fans, you can see, again, baseball tournament coverage, softball tournament coverage, and track and field tournament coverage on YourLiveEvent.com. Kindred-Richland, just baseball and softball at this particular time. Cora Johnson will pitch to Hurst. She fouls it back. Count goes now to 0-1. Hurst 0 for 1 with a ground out. Back in the first. In fact, just one Tommy has made it past first base today. That was Drew Schwab. She made it to second but could go no further. That's fouled. Count goes 0-2 here to Hurst. Hurst off a phenomenal basketball season there for the Lady Tommies. Third place finish at the state tournament, state A tournament. Bouncer towards the plate. Count goes 1-2. There's a fair amount of these Lady Tommies were part of that magical ride. 1-2 pitch. Backs away from that. Count goes to 2-2. Fell to eventual runners-up South Prairie Max in the semifinals back in March. Two-two pitch. A little high. And they're going to see if there was a movement there. They're going to say no, and I didn't think so either. Full count now. First batter up here in the top of the fourth. Thompson trying to get a base runner on, trying to get some momentum here at Progressive Ag Options Field. Full count pitch. Dribbler through the infield. That's a base hit for Kaya Hurst. That's a competitive at-bat for Matt Chandler's squad. The tying run is aboard. Brings in Sydney Schwabe, 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the first. Kurtz on deck, Hendrickson in the hole here for the Tommies in those black jerseys. Green batting helmets, black and green socks. The Tommy Double T logo on the front. Bunt is shown, and there's a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Kindred-Richland in the pinstripe blue jerseys, blue pants. White numbers, Vikings in white on the front of the jersey as well, the White Sox. Cora Johnson, the junior righty, the starter, has given up just a couple of hits in this game. No runs as of yet. Bunt is shown again, and Schwabe again can't quite get on that one. Johnson with 2 strikeouts on the game. Again to 2 hits allowed. 1 walk allowed as well. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3, Schwabe. Tough start for her. Strikes out for the second time today, 1 down. Now in the top of the fourth. Brings in Kurtz. But an excellent defensive play to limit the Vikings offense to just 1. The senior right-handed batter, number 10. First pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1. As Hurst can't get off the bag at first, at least not yet. As there's the 0-1 pitch, popped up and grabbed, toss, tag, not in time. Pop fly there, I believe, to the shortstop for the second out of the inning. Brings in here now Fiona Hendrickson, the sophomore catcher, number 12, right-handed batter, 0 for 1 with the ground out. Back in the second. Runner right now, and Hurst stranded on first. Cora Johnson continues to pitch a gem. Pitch, strike one. Tied for fourth in the coaches' poll, Kindred-Richland against number 6, Thompson. 0-1 pitch. Well, outside, Fuchsa continues to keep her watchful eye on first base, make sure Hurst doesn't get away to second. 1-1 pitch. Nice hit on that one. That's through the infield for a base hit, and the runners move. The bat's starting to come alive a little bit there for Thompson. Need one more to tie the game. It's Eliason. Designated player comes in. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner as well. I believe that is Layla Gemmel. We'll go out to run there for Hendrickson, the catcher. And so runners now at first and second with 2 down here. Brings in here now again Eliason, the freshman designated player, right-handed batter, number 5, 0 for 1 with a ground out. As Johnson, first pitch. Strike one. Olsen on deck, Schwab in the hole that would round out the order the second time through here for Thompson. Still have not gotten a runner to third base yet today. 0-1 pitch. Got a hold of that one on a dribbler to second, toss to first well in time for the 4-3 out to end the inning. No runs off a pair of hits, no errors, no earned runs, and 2 left on base. 1-0 the score remains as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Kindred-Richland continues to have the lead off the run scored by Rowland. Headed to the, again, the bottom of the fourth. It'll be 7-8-9 with Johnson, Ammerman, and Tazarek due up for Kindred-Richland on YourLiveEvent.com. Bottom of the fourth we go. Cindy Schwabi's first pitch to the pitcher. Cora Johnson's a strike. Count goes 0-1. Johnson 0 for 1 with a ground out. Back in the second. A 1-0 lead here for the Vikings. Did not go on that check swing there. 1-1. As wouldn't you know it, the sun wants to peek through. It hasn't yet, but it really does want to. Says enough of these clouds and rain and cold. 1-1. Just caught the zone that time, 1-2. Ammerman and Tazarek on the way for the Vikings this half inning as well. Pop foul, and nothing damaged. Good fight there for Johnson, the junior pitcher. Schwabi, the 1-2 pitch, popped up, and nicely played by the shortstop, Hurst. Line out to short for the first out of the inning. Brings in now Avery Ammerman. The senior, third base, number 20, gets hold of that one, foul towards her own team's dugout. Count goes 0-1. Bases cleared here at the bottom of 4. We're on pace for our fastest game of the season on YourLiveEvent.com. 3 rolls to Hurst, and does get it there in time to Abby Olson for the 6-3 out. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. 2 down here now. As now Tazarek, freshman right fielder, comes up to bat there for Kindred-Richland. Tazarek 0 for 1, a fly out to center to close out the second. First pitch popped up. This should close out the fourth, and it does. Pop fly to third base. With no runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs, and nobody left on base. Score remains 1-0 as we head to the top of the 5th in this blazing fast contest. Kindred-Richland 1, Thompson 0 so far at YourLiveEvent.com. Back for the top of the 5th here on YourLiveEvent.com. Kindred-Richland with a 1-0 lead over Thompson in this battle of the top 10s. Abby Olson, Andy Schwab, and Maya Warkin, 8, 9, and 1. 2 up here as we go to the top of the 5th. Still plenty of time here for Thompson to pick up a run. Abby Olson on a roller to second, toss to first, well in time for the first out of the inning, and that's just how it's gone for Thompson today. I tell you what, over at first base, Raff has had a lot of action there today. Andy Schwab, 0 for 1 with the strikeout back in the 3rd, will come up to bat next. First pitch, a strike, count goes 0-1. Total bases there for Thompson, 6. Pitch to strike, count goes 0-2. Or it is 1-1, excuse me. Ball. And there's the pitch, fouled. Count remains at 1-2. Working on deck, Schwab in the hole here. For the Tommies. 1-2 pitch. Low and away, 2-2. Johnson, 2-2 pitch. Schwab gets a hold of that one. Lines it to left center. And she's going to get there in time for a stand-up double. First extra base hit of the day for Thompson as well. Her 4th hit of the game. And Andy Schwab now in prime position. Try and tie this one up. It's Maya Warkin, 1 for 2 with a base hit in the 3rd, ground out in the 1st. Scorer Johnson looking at the wristband there. The junior righty starting pitcher. His first pitch. Strike. Out goes 0-1. Schwab on deck. Hurst in the hole here for the Tommies. 4-4 overall. They're undefeated against Class B opponents, though. 0-1 pitch. Grounder. Throw to first on a dribbler. Toss back to third. It's not in time. Second out, though. And so that'll bring up there Drew Schwab. Drew a walk in the 1st. His runner, Sisters on 3rd. Big sister trying to bring little sister home. First pitch. It's outside, 1-0. First time, by the way, Tommy has gone over to third base today. 1-0 pitch, popped, foul. Count to 1-1. Hurst on deck, Schwabe in the hole. Good moment here in the top of the fifth to try and even the score for Kindred-Richland. Johnson, 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Johnson, 2-1 pitch. Schwab gets a hold of that one. Big sister brings in little sister. And we're tied at 1. On a double for Schwab. Drew to second. Andy will score. And all that with 2 outs on the board. We're tied at 1. On the Nodak Insurance Company, Chris Moen, Grand Forks, Dakota scoreboard. Now the go-ahead run is in scoring position. Kaya Hurst. First pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1. Hurst 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Johnson. Now with the most pressure behind her she's had all day. 0-1 pitch. Ball 1. Johnson in the windup, 1-1 pitch, popped up. Shortstop dancing around to get underneath it. She's got it. Nice play there by Roland out in short. To close out the inning, there was 1 run scored off of a pair of doubles. No errors, 1 earned run, and 1 left on base. We are now tied here as we go to the bottom of the 5th on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the most prestigious, challenging rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
I think it's fair to say you pay more now than ever before to operate your vehicles. We've got some relief. I'm Chris Moen with Nodak Insurance. Our auto customers are driving safer with fewer accidents, and for many that translates into lower premiums. If you're not seeing lower rates with your insurance company, call me to compare. You might save some money, and you will get better service. Call me today at 757-1613, or stop by one of my locations at 1913 South Washington in Grand Forks or 207 Main Street in Lakota.
Bottom of the 5th on YourLiveEvent.com. Swing and a miss there for Jordheim as we start. And this bottom of the 5th on the YLE. Jansen Jordheim, the senior, falls behind early on a 1-2 on a 0-2 count, and a 1-1 tie. It's a little low. Count goes down to 1-2. Roland and Andy Schwab scoring the runs so far in this game for their respective sides. Kindred-Richland and Thompson gets hold of that one on a 2-hop out towards center field. It'll be a base hit for Jordheim. 5th hit of the game there for Kindred-Richland. And brings in here now on a roller, Leah Rolland. Leah Rolland, the junior, on the day. Again, the 1-run scored, got to base on a throwing error. Got a double as well. Popped straight up into the air. And Hurst will take it. Hot fly to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. Brings in here now Eliana Schmitz. Schmitz, the junior left fielder. Number 0 right-handed batter. 1 for 2, a base hit, stolen base, and an RBI on the day for the Vikings. First pitch, grounder, third, toss to second is in time, toss to first is not. So Jordan worst out there at second. Schmitz on due to the fielder's choice. And 2 outs now on the board as Fuchsa comes up to the dish. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch. Strike count goes 0-1 for Cindy Schwabe. She's picked up a couple of strikeouts on the game herself. Allowed a smattering of hits, but the 1 run is unearned. Pitch the ball. Count goes 1-1. Rath on deck. Malk in the hole here for Kindred-Richland. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Not even an hour into this one, and we're on the doorstep of the top of the 6th as Fuchsa smashes that one. Foul down the first base line. Count goes 1-2. Runner stranded at first right now, and Schmitz. Schwabe, 1-2 pitch. Got her down for a big strikeout to close out the inning. No runs off of 1 hit. No errors, no earned runs, and 1 left on base through 5 innings of work. We are tied at 1. Headed to the top of the 6th, up for the Tommies. It's 4, 5, and 6 with Schwabe, Kurtz, and Hendrickson on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
Not everyone can get Secret Service level protection, but with Irie Insurance you can. You see, we've got your back, protecting homes, vehicles, businesses, crops, and so much more. Ensuring you've got the protection you need and all your questions answered faster than you can say classified information. Get protected. Get Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com for a free quote and consultation.
Top of the 6th we go here on YourLiveEvent.com. A 1-1 tie at Progressive Ag Options Field in Kindred. Not even an hour into this one. This one is breezing along. Cora Johnson remains in the circle here for the Vikings. Pitched a nice game, has allowed a few hits. Thompson bats have started to wake up a little bit. Took a little time, but they're finally coming around. Cindy Schwabe. Tough day for her so far, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. She's ahead of the count here, 1-0. They get 1-1 that time with Kurtz on deck, 0 for 2, and Hendrickson in the hole, 1 for 2 on the day. Johnson, the 1-1 pitch. Schwabe right to second base. Line out to second for the first out of the inning. Brings up now Kurtz. Marley Kurtz, senior, third base. Right-handed batter there with 1 down and nobody on in the top of the 6th. Kurtz swings and misses at that. Count goes 0-1. As Johnson, 0-1, swing and a miss again, 0-2 now. For Kurtz, Hendrickson on deck, Eliason in the hole here for the Tommies. 0-2 pitch. It's a rifle foul down the first base line. Count remains at 0-2. As Kurtz, 0-2 pitch, grounder, few hops, gets through the infield. That's a base hit. or Marley Kurtz. And now the go-ahead run is aboard as Hendrickson, Fiona Hendrickson, the sophomore catcher, comes up. She's 1 for 2 on the day, a base hit. Back in the 4th. First time Kurtz has been aboard today. First pitch is high. Count goes to 1-0. Eliason on deck and Olsen in the hole. 1-0 pitch. And nearly took Johnson's mitt off through the center. That's another base hit for Hendrickson. Kurtz moving over to second now. So Tommy's starting to put something together. Gemmel comes out to run the bases again. And that brings up here Eliason. Cindy Eliason. Designated player, the freshman. 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. Best position of the day for Thompson as they try to take their first lead of the game. Johnson, first pitch, check swing, she went. Count goes 0-1. Olsen on deck, Andy Schwab in the hole to round out the order the third time through here for Thompson. If they can get that far, they'll have the lead. A 1 pitch, swing and a miss, count goes 0-2. Johnson, 0-2 pitch, ball. Count goes 1-2. Johnson in the windup, the 1-2 pitch. It's a grounder to second, toss to first, well in time. The runners will move their bases. And so that brings in Abby Olsen. Kurtz over to third, Hendrickson over to second. And now 2 outs on the board. Olsen on the day 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts. As Johnson. First pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1 to Abby Olsen. Sophomore first base. Trying to deliver the first lead of the day for the Class B undefeated Thompson Tommies. A 1 pitch, fouled. And it was a deflection off the catcher's mask, allowing Kurtz to come home to score. Kurtz will score on the pass ball. They're saying no contact from Olsen. And it bounces off the catcher's mask. That means it's a live ball. Gemmel goes over to third, and Thompson takes the first lead of the game. So that one got away for a moment. Fuchsa gets back on top of it. And again, a 2-0 lead for the 2-1 lead for the Tommies. Olsen, count is 1-2 now with 2 outs on the board. 1-2 pitch, Olsen fouls it back. She did get contact that time. So no running for Gemmel. A 1-2 pitch, grounder to third, toss to first, tough play, couldn't get there in time. Couldn't be fielded cleanly, and so on the throwing error, Olsen going to get over to second, and Thompson extends the lead here, 3-1. As Gemmel will score. And on the first error of the game for Kindred, Abby Olsen gets over to second. We have a circle conversation here for Kindred-Richland. As Andy Schwab comes up here now. Schwab 1 for 2 with a double in the 5th. It's Thompson starting to hang on to some momentum here. Swing and a miss there. Count goes 0-1. Left-handed batter here, Andy Schwab. The Tommies take their first and largest lead of the game. Schwab pops it up. Center fielder, left fielder, combined out of the left fielder's glove. As Abby Olson will score. No errors in the first 5 innings. 2 back-to-back. As Schwab gets on to an E7. She gets over to second as well. 4-1 Thompson. We're back to the top of the order, and Maya Warkin. Cora Johnson stays in the circle there for Kindred-Richland. She continues to look at the armband. First pitch to Warkin. Ball 1. So the most batters that Thompson had in an inning before this was 5. The last 3 innings, as that's a strike count, goes 1-1. It's batter number 7 and the 6 here for Thompson. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for Warkin. Count goes 1-2. Johnson. The 1-2 pitch. Warkin. Screamer over to left. Will get there in time. So it will be another base hit, this time for Warkin. Her second of the game was Andy Schwab over to third. We've had all these runs come across with 2 outs on the board. 3 of them, to be exact. Time is called. Infield conference once again for Kindred-Richland as Drew Schwab will go up to the dish. She's 1 for 1, an RBI double back in the 5th. Kindred-Richland 6-3 overall. They're 5-1 in region play, but they have a head-to-head loss against Central Cass, who's 4-1. So Central Cass gets caught up in their game schedule. They would hold the tiebreaker and be at the top of the Region 1 standings. Drew Schwab and the Tommies tied right now with Mayport CG in the Region 2 standings. They're both at 4-0. They were supposed to play earlier this month, but weather makes it a doubleheader in Mayport later on this season. Has that popped up? And I believe the left fielder gets a hold of that one. Pop fly to left to end the inning. But Thompson is able to do some damage in that one, as there were 3 runs off of 3 hits. There were 2 errors. There were 2 earned runs, and there was 2 left on base. Thompson has taken the lead, 4 runs in the 5th and 6th innings combined. Kindred-Richland still time to rally back as we're in for the bottom of the 6th here on your live event next.
Head on over to the website, rjbroadcasting.com, and download the digital copy of the 2024 Spring Sports Guide. It's free and available for you to download on the website, rjbroadcasting.com. You'll be able to download the free copy, digital, the Spring Sports Guide with bios, coaches' comments, also schedules and information for the spring sports seasons in our region. Check out the complete project. It's downloadable now for your device. It's at rjbroadcasting.com, the Spring Sports Guide.
Bottom of the 6th here on yourliveevent.com. A 1-0 start to the pitch count for Danica Rath. Rath has been pretty active over there at first base. She gets a hold of that one, just short, toss to first. This one's close. It is in time for the 6-3 out. First out of the inning brings in Brea Mauk. Mauk 0 for 2 with a pop fly and a ground out. Mauk, the senior, second base, number 11. 1 out on the board. Just a little over an hour into this one. Swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1 to Malk. Of course, when you think of Malk in the southeast quarter of the state of North Dakota, you think of Cody Malk, current Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Probably the, at least from last year, the guy drafted that looked most like the team he was going to. Swing and a miss. Count goes 0-2 as he's part of that resurgence of NDSU Bison to go to the NFL. So the Malk family certainly doing pretty darn well. Not sure if there's a connection between Brea and Cody or not, but safe to say there's at least somewhere down the line. Count goes to 1-2. Nobody on and one down here in the bottom of the sixth. Thompson trailed 1-0 after the bottom of the third. That lead for Kindred-Richland carried through the fourth, and then it was tied in the fifth, and then Thompson gets 3 in the sixth. This one's popped up. Chance at it. It will fall into the glove of Kaya Hurst at short. She's got a couple of those today. 2 down here now. It's Kindred-Richland needs to get something together here. Cora Johnson up now here, the pitcher up for the Vikings. There have been no hits so far today for Kindred-Richland in their bottom 4 batters. Pitches the ball. Count goes 1-0. The ladies coming into Cora Johnson's second appearance. After that pitch, 2-0. They are a combined 0 for 7 with a walk drawn. As Johnson pops that up towards center field. And it falls into left. That's Claire Colley out in left field to grab it. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs, and nobody left on base. We are through 6 innings of play. Thompson will try to get some insurance runs on the board here before the bottom of the 7th on YourLiveEvent.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Top of the 7th here as Kaya Hurst fouls her first pitch. She is 1 for 3 on the day with a single in the 4th. 4-1 lead here in the top of the 7th. Thompson trying to add some more insurance runs before the bottom of the 7th. That one got away from Fuchsa, but nobody on, so nobody moves. Count goes 1-1. By the way, thanks to the Kindred concession stand, Kindred-Richland concession stand for the delicious hot chocolate. Very much needed on a day like today. 1-1 pitch. Grounder. Hurst popped up. Oh, nice play by short. Oh, good effort, but couldn't get there in time. I'll have to go an E4 on that one. I don't think, even though shortstop made a heck of an attempt to try and get that one back to first, I don't think it would have been in time. So that was a hard play to make, though, in the infield, as Thompson is really getting connected with the bat now. Runner on first and nobody out in the 7th as Schwabe gets the bunt laid down. Tossed to first well in time. Does move Hurst over to second. And one down now. Where's the outs? This one on pace to end inside of an hour and a half. As Marley Kurtz, third base, comes up to the dish. 1 for 3 with a base hit. And a run scored in the 6th. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Hendrickson on deck, Eliason in the hole here for Kindred-Richland. Or for Thompson, excuse me. 1-0 pitch. Got away a little bit. Runner goes to third. She gets there. On the pass ball. Two-0 count now to Kurtz. As Johnson got off to a really good start, ran into some trouble here in the 5th and 6th, and now possibly the 7th innings. 2-0. Now 2-1. Still, both these teams, regardless of the result, who wins and who comes up short, two very high-caliber teams that are likely going to have deep postseason runs. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Now 2-2 as Johnson battles back to even the count. One down here and a runner on third. Thompson trying to add at least one more before the bottom of 7. 2-2 pitch. High. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the final regulation at bats for Thompson. Full count pitch. Strike 3. Johnson with a big strikeout there to get out number 2. And Strand, Hurst still at third. Brings in Hendrickson. Hendrickson back-to-back singles in the 4th and 6th. And she smashes that one. Goes foul down the first baseline. Count goes 0-1. Eliason on deck. Olsen in the hole here for Thompson. 4-4 Tommies, 4-0 Class B in Region 2 play. Look like Thompson's going to finish in the, for sure, the top half of the standings. 0-1 pitch, popped up. Chance for Kindred-Richland to get out of it, and nice play there from Roland at short to end the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, no earned runs, and 1 left on base. So going to the bottom of the 7th. Score remains 4-1. Kindred-Richland needs 3 to tie, 4 to get the win as we have Ammerman, Tazarek, and Jordan. 8-9-1 due up for the Vikings in the bottom of the 7th.
You're feeling that spring sensation, and that means it's time to put a spring in your step over to Mayport Hardware. They've got it all, the seeds, soil, pots, and garden tools you need to make your green thumb glow. If you're spring cleaning, pick up some paint or rakes to spruce up your home and yard. They also have appliances to put that tax refund to good use, and the bikes and lawnmowers, they're just ready to roll out the door. Keep that spring sensation at Mayport Hardware, Trail County's Hardware Hank on Main Street in Mayville.
Bottom of the 7th here on YourLiveEvent.com as Kindred needs 3 to tie, 4 to win it. As we're about an hour and 15 or so minutes into this one. Ammerman, Tazarek, and Jordan. Ammerman 0 for 1 with a walk. Tazarek 0 for 2. Jordan is 2 for 3. Sydney Schwabe pitched a pretty decent game today. There's the first pitch. Strike, count goes 0-1. Still no earned runs in her game today for Schwabe. As count goes again to 1-1 here now. 1-1 pitch. 2-1 now. Two-one pitch. A little high, 3-1 now. As Ammerman tries to start out on a good note. 3-1 pitch. Grounder to the pitcher. Toss to first in time for the 1-3 out. One down here now. As Tazarek comes up now 0 for 2 on the game. Fly out on a pop fly. Tazarek sends it towards left. And Collins got it there. Down to their last down for Kindred-Richland as Jordan 2 for 3. A double and a single on the day. She's got to get something to keep it going here. First pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1. Schwabe, 0-1 pitch, dribbler. Count goes now 1-1. Schwabe, the 1-1 pitch. Jordan over Hurst for a base hit. Keeps the Vikings in this one as Rowland comes up here now. 1 for 2, a double in the first. Got on to an error and has scored the only run of the game for Kindred-Richland. Schwabe is allowed, I believe, 6 hits and a couple of walks. Other than that, no earned runs on the game. Just allowed. That's just her second hit she's allowed in the last 4 innings. First pitch. Tie, 1-0. Schmidt's on deck. Fuchs on the hole here for Kindred-Richland, trying to mount a comeback. 1-0. Roland towards the wall. It's gone! We're not done yet. As Leah Rowland rolls on in to home plate. And we got a ball game. It's now 4-3. So Jordan will score. Rowland will score. Bases are cleared and 2 outs on the board. Kindred-Richland needs just 1 more to keep it going. Here's Eliana Schmitz now. Schmitz 1 for 2. The base hit, stolen base, and an RBI. Schwabe, first pitch. A little low, 1-0. Fuchs on deck and Rath on the hole here for Kindred-Richland. 1 away from tying the game. The pitch, it's high. Count goes 2-0. Schwabe, 2-0 pitch. Now 3-0. .30 pitch. Strike 1. Schmidt's not yet a walk there. Schwabe, 3-1 pitch. And there's a triple full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Down to their last out for Kindred-Richland. Schmitz at the plate for the Vikings. Schwabe in the circle for the Tommies. A top 10 tilt. Triple full count, got her down! Sydney Schwabe finishes the job for the Tommies. There were 2 runs off a pair of hits, no errors, 2 runs earned, and none left on base. And that's your final. 4-3, the Thompson Tommies moved to 5-4 overall. They remain undefeated against Class B opponents this season. Kindred-Richland will drop to 6-4 and remain at 5-1, of course, in their region play. Again, Thompson 4, Kindred-Richland 3. We'll be back for post-game stats and analysis next.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner West is there for the dig. Backs at Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
And a final in this one, under Nodak Insurance Company, Chris Moen, Grand Forks, Lakota scoreboard, 4-3. Thompson gets the win over Kindred-Richland. They move to 5-4 overall. Kindred-Richland drops to 6-4 overall. Taking a look here at the stats and storyline of the game, it was a pitcher's duel to start. Our first run didn't come until the bottom of the third when Leah Rowland scored off an RBI ground out from Eliana Schmitz, making it 1-0 Kindred-Richland. That is the only lead they would have in the game. Thompson would tie things up in the top of the fifth off an RBI double from Drew Schwab. Big sister brings home little sister Andy Schwab to tie the game again at 1 apiece. Thompson opened things up in the top of the sixth with 3 runs scored, taking advantage of 3 hits themselves and a couple of Kindred-Richland errors as Marley Kurtz, Layla Gemmel, and Abby Olson all came across home plate to make it 4-1. Kindred-Richland would rally in the 7th of a 2-run bomb from Leah Rowland to make it 4-3. But a strikeout there tossed by Cindy Schwabe would close out the game and finish things out. Take a look at the individual stats. We'll start with the road team there, the Thompson Tommies. Maya Workin finishes 2 for 4. Pair of singles. Drew Schwab finishes at 1 for 2 with that RBI double. Kaya Hurst 1 for 4 with a single. Cindy Schwabe 0 for 4. Marley Kurtz finished at 1 for 4 with a single. Fiona Hendrickson finished at 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Cindy Eliason 0 for 3. Abby Olson 0 for 2, getting on due to an error. And Andy Schwab finished at 1 for 2 with that double. As for the hitting statistics for Kindred-Richland, looking at their roster here, Jansen Jordheim, she finished 3 for 4 with a pair of singles and a double. Leah Rowland again finished at 2 for 3 with that homer and a double. 2 runs batted in. Eliana Schmitz finished 1 for 3 with an RBI and a single. Mackenzie Fuchsa, she finished there with a walk, 0 for 2 otherwise. Danica Rath was 1 for 3 with a single. Brea Malk was 0 for 3. Corey Johnson Cora Johnson, 0 for 3. Avery Ammerman finished 0 for 2 with a walk. And Jana Tazarek finished at 0 for 3. Pitching statistics, Thompson starter Cindy Schwabe picks up the win. She pitched all 7 innings, I should say, allowing 7 hits and 3 runs, 2 of which were earned. And she collected here 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts in the game, allowing a couple of walks as well. Cora Johnson was the starter there for Kindred-Richland. She went all 7 innings. She did allow 8 hits, and she allowed 3 earned runs. She did pick up as well 4 strikeouts and allowed a smattering of walks. It's your stats and storyline of the game here. When we come back, we'll wrap things up with our play and player of the game here. Close things out at Progressive Ag Options Field in Kindred on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the R&J Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the R&J Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the R&J Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org. One final time here at Progressive Ag Options Field in Kindred. The final score under Nodak Insurance Company. Chris Moen, agent, Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. Thompson 4, Kindred-Richland 3. And let's give out our player and play of the game. Our player of the game presented by Enbridge Energy. Life takes energy. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And I'm going to do something I don't believe I've done all season long, all year long, going back to fall and winter sports. I'm going to give the player of the game to a player on the team that fell short. I really think for Thompson, they had a full team effort. There were definitely some honorable mentions in there. The Schwab sisters, Andy with the early run score, Drew driving her in, and some other great performances. Defensively, Kaya Hurst had a really nice game. And runs scored by 4 different players. Cindy Schwabe, of course, doing some nice work in the circle. But nobody really stands out as that's definitely the player of the game. I really think the player of the game was Leah Rowland for Kindred-Richland. She kept the Vikings in it with that 2-run bomb in the 7th to give them some momentum back. She also got a double to start off the game in the first, scored the 2 of the 3 runs in the game as well, and had some defensive plays as well. So Leah Rowland, even though the team came up short, I think you were the best player. Going to give you the player of the game here, presented by Enbridge Energy. And time now for RDK Enterprises, precision play of the game. RDK Enterprises, Hillsborough and Drayton wish everyone in the region a safe and prosperous planting season. Play of the game,
was the end. You had to kill momentum quickly, and Sidney Schwabe did just that with a strikeout to end the game and to give Thompson the victory. So that was really a play that you needed to happen. Some other great plays, of course, but I think that one was truly the play of the game presented by RDK Enterprises. One final time, the final score, Thompson with the win over Kindred-Richland 4-3. The Tommies moved to 5-4 overall. Kindred-Richland drops to 6-4 overall. And next games on the schedule, weather permitting for both these teams. For Kindred-Richland, they are set tomorrow to be at Northern Cass in a regional showdown. And then as well for Thompson, their next game will be, looks like they'll be in Mackville tomorrow, taking on Nelson County Dakota, again, weather permitting. That'll do it here on YourLiveEvent.com. From all of us here at Your Live Event, our executive producer, Mark Forsyth, marketing director, Jim Burke-Burkmeyer, our magic video man himself, Jack Albee, as well as Brandon Mickelson in the Halstead Telephone Company office, making sure everything is put together there on the back end. All of our voices led by co-sportscaster of the year, Chase Miller. From all of us here at YourLiveEvent.com, I'm James Martin saying, girls softball fans, this is a great game. Show some pride.